Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Last week, I talked about why people do not speak up in meetings. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend you to go back to watch that one first. Today, I want to share with you that most leaders that I have spoken to, they genuinely believe that they are open to feedbacks. And they will say all the time, "My door is always open," or "I highly encourage my teammates to speak up." But they're often met by silence. They're met by silence not because they're not open to the feedback, and like I said, they seem very open to it, but because of the people are watching what happens after they do speak up. Hi, my name is Fiona Wong. I am a success and clarity coach. I help employees work with more clarity, work with more focus, and work with more energy so that they can work better in a team and be more engaged. So, here are some examples. After someone speaks up, does the conversation go cold? During the meeting, it might be very exciting and very encouraging. But after the meeting is over, nothing happens. Or perhaps an idea is shared and it is met with something along the lines of, it's not realistic given the timeline or the manpower that we have. It's okay when if you say that once or twice, but if it's a repeated pattern over and over again, this is when your employees are shutting down. They're saying to themselves, what is the point? And every time they feel like, oh, I want to say something, they're going to think to themselves, what is going to happen if I do share? They're going to draw back from the previous encounters that they had, and they are going to say, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to share and get negative feedback or a non non action? Nothing's going to happen. So what they tend to do is they try to protect themselves. They want to protect their energy because it takes courage, it takes energy to think of these ideas to come speak up. And when they do speak up and met with these comments or inactions, their emotions, they're triggered and they get emotions that are catabolic. So they're trying to protect themselves from getting these kind of emotions. So they stay silent. And these things do not happen overnight. They happen gradually, very subtle. So it's important for everyone to notice if things are getting more quiet during meetings. And sometimes it could be because there is nothing wrong. There's no feedback and there's no complaints. Perhaps that's just the way it is. But most of the time, if you notice that it's happening more often and more frequent, think to yourself if that is something that you need to address. Just be more aware. Because a lot of times when we're in meetings, we want to get things done. We want to get things over with because everybody have things to do. And it's very, very easily to say to someone, oh, we can't do that. We don't have time to do that. Yes, it's a great idea, but it's not realistic. When the person is hearing this, they feel shut down. What we want to do is to get the buy-in of perhaps it cannot be done because there is no manpower, but let them have make that decision with you. So it could be easily said, that's a fantastic idea. How do you think we can get this going? How do you think we can make this a reality? given everybody's workload, given everybody's capacity, given the manpower that we have? How do you think we can do that and work together? Perhaps there is going to be a good solution to it, and perhaps there isn't. And that in that conversation, they're going to be able to see, you're right. It's not realistic that we get this done. Perhaps next time. Noticing these tiny changes is going to help the whole entire team work better together. Is there an action on these fantastic ideas because it wasn't given a priority, it wasn't given to someone to spearhead it? Was it not given a timeline? Perhaps as easy as, "Great, you came up with the idea. Why don't you be in charge of that?" And then they, because they're the ones who came up with the idea, they will know exactly what to do. They will know, they will have the, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? They will have the motivation to get it done. That's the word, motivation. So I'm curious, if you have once spoken up to someone who really wanted the feedback, but then nothing really happened afterwards, how did you navigate that conversation? How did you navigate those feelings? How did that make you feel, and what did you do the next time? Drop it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I will speak to you the next time. Have a great day.